Hey, subscribe to this channel. Get 2 free recipes every week. It's fantastic. And today's recipe is even more fantastic because it's a dessert. That's right, just because you eat healthy doesn't mean you can't eat dessert. Sometimes at the end of the meal, you want to have a nice, something a little sweet but still healthy. Or maybe you're going to like a dinner party and you want to bring something, a dessert, but you want to make sure it's like healthy and you can really enjoy it. Hey, this recipe is going to do that for you. It's an apple crisp. I like apple crisp because the topping can be very healthy. And like a Dutch apple pie or an apple crumb pie, the topping is usually made from flour and butter, and it's very fat and it's very rich with sugar. So I keep away from that and make an apple crisp. And we're going to start with the topping. You'd think we start with the apples, but we're not going to do that. We're going to start with the topping. Work our way down to the apples. That's fantastic. Let's get cooking. Okay, we have some very special ingredients for our topping. We're going to start with 1 cup of rolled oats. These are the rolled oats. Rolled oats is not the steel cut oats, whole groats. It is rolled oats. It's that like instant, cooks in 5 minutes kind of oatmeal. We're going to start with 1 cup of that. This ingredient packs a real nutritional punch, and that is grape nuts. Oh, this is wonderful. This is low fat and high in fiber and a lot of nutrition in here. Wonderful stuff. I love to use this as part of the crumble on top. That's what it looks like. Okay, we have to give this some extra flavor, and I use a little apple spice. 3/4 teaspoon. And I use apple spice. It's got some cinnamon in it, good stuff. But it's got some other things too. Give this a nice flavor. Hey, I used apple spice instead of using just plain cinnamon. It gives it a little more interest. Apple spice is more than just cinnamon. It's got some cloves in it. It's got some nutmeg in it. It's got some stuff in it. So it's got a little bit of interest. That's great. Make this an interesting kind of dessert. And healthy too. Okay, I gotta kind of bind this. Got to bind this together, and I'm going to do that with some maple syrup. This is 100% maple syrup, okay? Grade A, amber, that's all fine, but it's not a maple flavored product. It is maple syrup, and that's very important. Maple flavored product, hey, that's all sugar, or high fructose corn syrup. This is maple syrup, right from the tree. And I'm going to use 1/2 cup. Ooh, look at that. Very good. The other thing I'm going to use is some honey. And this is just pure honey. I don't need to get fancy with any kind of expensive honey. It's just pure honey, good enough. And this I'm going to do 1/4 cup. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to mix this together. And there's your topping. Look at that. That's beautiful. Hey, don't wash out that bowl. Leave the flavor in there. We're going to use that. That's fantastic. And there's less dishes I have to wash because I don't have a maid. I got to wash my own dishes. Very sad. We're going to use 1/2 lemon. Okay, lemon does 2 things. First of all, give a little taste, a little bit of balance. Apples are a little bit sweet, so we cut it with a little lemon juice. Nice, good flavor. And the other thing is going to stop it from turning brown too fast. So use 1/2 lemon. Squeeze that lemon in there nice. Very good. All right, the other thing we're putting here is another 3/4 teaspoon of apple pie spice. Now it's time to work on the apples. Okay, here's a trick with apples, okay? Try to find the biggest apple you can. Look at that. Look at the size of that apple. It's almost as big as my head. Okay? Find a big apple. And here's why. You have to use less apples and less work. The apple, listen, the flavor's going to be good. These are what's called rave apples. They're good apples. They're big. I like Golden Delicious too. Wonderful flavor. Big. Get as big apple as you can because the cores of apples are all pretty much the same size. So if you get a bigger apple, you get more meat in it, and I have to use 6 of these. If I use small apples, maybe I use 8 or 10. Depends on the size of the apples. More work. Don't work harder, work smarter. Use a big apple. Wonderful, Rave apples. I just saw them in the store and grabbed it. It's a good apple. Okay, let me show you how I peel this and cut this. Now here's how I cut this. I cut it in half, right through the core. And then I cut like a V. I start on half, cutting it at an angle towards the center, and cut all the way through. Then on the other side, I cut all the way through. So you waste a little bit, but you get the job done so much faster. I love it. This core you throw out, then you have these solid pieces of apple. Okay, do it on this side too. And then what you do is you just want to slice this. Okay, here we go. Beautiful. All cut nice. Now you want to mix them up and get all that apple pie spice and the lemon juice mixed in throughout the apples. Okay, that's smelling really good. Okay, I have this pan here, disposable, wonderful. Hey, I'm taking this dessert to a dinner party tonight. So I have this disposable pan. I like it. You know why? I don't have to worry about the pan coming home with me, cleaning it, whatnot. Leave it there, leave it there. It's great. Disposable pans, they have a function. It's wonderful. Okay, I give this pan a nice spray so nothing sticks. There we go. I'm going to empty the apple right into the pan. And the apple should fill the pan right up to the top. Next thing you want to do is add a little sweetness to it. And I'm going to do that in the form of raisins. I'm going to add about 3/4 of a cup of raisins. I'm just going to spread them all around. Like that. That's going to give me a nice sweetness. Okay, remember this? This crumble we made? Put that right on top. Spread it around nice. It's going to be very nicely balanced. I have here some apple juice. I have 1 cup of apple juice. I'm going to take a heaping tablespoon of cornstarch. Alright, put that in the apple juice. I'm going to mix it up and pour it right over the top. You know, apples have a lot of water in them, so by using this mixture of cornstarch and apple juice, I'm going to add a little more apple flavor to it, but I'm also going to make sure that it doesn't get too watery inside. Check this out. And I'm just going to drizzle this all over. Beautiful. I put this on a sheet pan because, hey, this is not really that well made, this aluminum pan. So I put on a sheet pan so it doesn't burn the bottom. That's fantastic. Okay, I'm going to put this in a 350-degree oven for 1 hour. I'm going to check it after 40 minutes, but I think it's going to take an hour. Smells delicious already. When this thing's cooked, it's going to smell up the whole house like an apple pie. That's fantastic. I'll see you in an hour. Okay, so it's been an hour. House smells terrific. That's the best part about this recipe. You're gonna smell up the whole house with that apple spice smell. Smells like Thanksgiving around here. Woo! Terrific. Okay, so let's take this out of the oven. Ooh, check that out. That's beautiful stuff. Hey, I'm taking that to my dinner party tonight. It's going to be a big hit. You know, sometimes I put ice cream on top. Sometimes I put whipped cream on top. Most of the time, I just eat it plain. Because when you add the ice cream, you add the whipped cream, you're adding stuff that now is making that not quite as healthy. This is a real healthy dessert. You can even, like, say you're not in the mood for lunch, really. You can have some of this instead. Wonderful. A lot of fiber. Beautiful. A lot of nutrition. Hey, you know what else is good with apples? I make an apple fritter. I got a video on that. You should check it out. And I'll see you there.